There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
The message is clear. This is the time for Biafra to be manifested. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio, a platform which is the embodiment of pro-Biafra group. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate every member of the de facto customary government, as well as Biafra Nation Alliance, men and women who against all decide to stand on the path of truth. You will get home certainly, I must assure you. Those men and women out there who identify with us in the struggle, you are highly, highly, highly appreciated. I thank the Almighty Creator who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow, because in the end, we are gone as a people without his intervention. I remain George Onibe, and I hail from Abo Anyoma province, to be precise, Delta State. This having been said, we continue to sensitize our people. We continue to campaign for the restoration of Biafra. We'll continue to push forward this agitation, that whatever the ultimate desire of the people of Nigeria supposedly is, we will have it in return. And so those who have or who want the evolution of power, it is said before you, it is within your grasp, you can have it. And then others say they want resource control, and yet there are those clamoring for the Bill of Rights. Are we talking about other areas? A lot of things. It need to be reviewed. Nigeria need a national confab. Nigeria need to come back on the table and discuss about Nigeria, because Nigeria already is destroying humanity, including the people who have created Nigeria. Everybody will have a feel of what Nigeria is. Unbelievable. This evening, without wasting much of our time, we go to our discussion, which are entitled, How Can Biafrans Survive If Their Lives is Built on Distorted Informations? It's all about Biafra. It is all about the most endangered species of Homo sapiens. It's all about a people who are not in charge of their lives. They can never be the author of their destiny, because certain group of individuals have decided it's going to be that way. And just for economic interest, it have to be that way. But we have a choice to make. It's either we submit ourselves to this government of tyranny, or we resist the system. But whatever the case may be, it is obvious that we want the best for ourselves. Human right was first of all God-given. Before there was anything known as United Nation or European Nation or whatever. And so it's God-given right, and everybody should respect that. Our topic, as it suggests this evening, how can we survive, Biafrans, if our lives is built around distorted information? The truth is that democracy cannot survive when the whole people are controlled by agenda of manipulation by certain gang of criminals. We are moving into a different transition. Election is by the corner, and everybody is glamoring and campaigning for their presidential candidate, an aspirant. And of course, at the moment, we have two leading the whole role. You have Peter Obi, you have Atiku, and then you have Jagaban. And everybody have reasons why they have to support any of this. But of course, whatever happens in the end of the day, one of these three persons will decide how our life is going to be the next 8 years. And if they will decide how our life is going to be the next 8 years, you will see tribalism should come to nothing. Nepotism should come to nothing. Ethnic and tribal conflict should come to nothing. Religion should come to nothing. They should all be relegated to the background, because in the end, I tell you the truth, Allah will not save you. Jesus Christ will not save you. These politicians will not save you. And the most appalling aspect of it is that you cannot save yourself in the end. This is the time for you to actually think. And that is why we must understand that if we must survive, we cannot depend on distorted information as a people. Everybody is saying what they know, what they were told. The same is applicable to society, where it is its rudimental, fundamental principle is built by concocted philosophy. Just the same way democracy cannot survive when the government of the day is being run by a certain group of cabal, in the same way any society where its rudimental fundamental principle is built around concocted philosophies, those people cannot survive. Let me digress so you understand. When you look at the issue of Europe, Portuguese, Americans, and other colonial terrorists, they know in their heart of heart that what they have done to Africa is unacceptable. They know, every European citizen know that stealing from Africa to create heaven for themselves is sinful. They gave us the Bible, and the Bible acknowledged this. They know. The point is, why are they not fighting themselves over what they are doing to us and what they have done to us? More than 99.9% of these colonial terrorists, their descendants will stand up and defend the atrocity of their father without any iota of remorse. And these are some of the reasons I love Biafra. Because here in Biafra land, we tell you the way it is. But it looks like some of those attributes is changing gradually, because what we see around us now is that certain people want us to believe what they said because they said it, and they are your Alpha and your Omega. And you see, it is going to take another 100 years to suppress this kind of thought and reaction to social matter as far as we are concerned. But these people have to survive, because they know, yes, what we did to these people is bad. They tell themselves the truth, and then they go back and say, if we decide to let African go, and then you have another China in Africa, you have another America in Africa, you have another Great Britain in Africa, supposedly, and then we're not going to have crude oil. Go and look at the economic sanction on the global community as a result of ordinary family trouble. When I mean family trouble, the last time I checked, Ukraine and Russia are family. Just small family trouble. But for the sake of people of interest, look at the sanction everywhere. And of course, African will bear the brunt in the end. Now, talking about distorted information, let us understand the true meaning, which are, first of all, pulled or twisted out of shape. When something is distorted, it means it is pulled out of shape. It is twisted out of shape. It is concocted. It is taking the lead. It is having the best of us as we speak today. Everywhere is lie. Everywhere is concocted story. Everybody is lying. We cannot survive. And then it could also mean giving misleading or false account or impression. It could mean giving a misleading or false account or impression, misrepresented. If our life is guided by this definition, and then we cannot survive. Today, what do you see on social media? There are people known as social media warriors. Majority of them are controlled by Nnamdi Kanu, and then a cross section are controlled by Nigerian politicians and supposedly leaders. What they are there to do on social media is to give you misleading information. They give you false information. They give you false account, and then impression that at the end of the day, how can we survive? How can we survive as a people? And this very crime against humanity is having deep fame within our society. Knowledge, they say, is power, and knowledge is simply information reviewed. And if the information reviewed, which is supposed to be your power, is presented to you as distorted information, as misguided information, as contested information, as misleading or false account of any impression, you see you cannot survive. And that is why this evening it is imperative that we review 4 of such areas with distorted information to the detriment of our people and a major hindrance to our advancement. And then we look at number 1 out of it. Presentation of biography record of a cross section of Biafra is one of them. Distorted information. One is the presentation of important biography record of a cross section of Biafra. I need you to understand how it works. Biafrans are one people. Biafrans has been there. Every competent nation that makes up Biafran has always been there. And I repeat, all the way from Idoma Igala, all the way from Efiki Bibiu Anang, to the Robo Shekiri and the Jaws, Kalabari Okereka, Opieki and the rest of them, the Igbos, everywhere in Biafra land, we've always been one. One of the greatest problems that we start having is distorted information. And now, if I may have to remind us how it all began, who tells you who we are? Who tells you our story? Who is that person who has informed you? That information that gives birth to the knowledge which you have. That knowledge that eventually is empowering you, because it's very important. If we are able to streamline through this knowledge, very minute and invisible actions, which has the capacity to tear all of us apart. There are things we are doing today, we will not do it. Distorted information. It boils down to number 1, as we have lived. Presentation of our biography through very fraudulent means, concocted means. First of all, who are the people writing the biography of Biafrans? I'll spend time, a very huge amount of time, trying to find out who are we, who wrote our history, how did we get here. And each time we open the archive, trying to see our history. And after every history, you see, first of all, it is written by Yoruba man. And so as I speak to you, over 80% of Biafran history records on ground is written by Yoruba. And in the absence of people like Chinwe Achebe, we can hardly remember who we are. Though it is not a holistic review about our identity, but it throws more light and it serves as a reminder to all of us to be able to reflect back who we are from inception. And so today what you have is concocted story about us as a people. It has caused more damage than we can imagine or anticipate. We cannot survive if we continue to promote that in word or in action. It is still going on today. Distorted information. Something happened today, or rather an audio was sent on one of those platforms, and the person was telling the people living in Obibo, River State, to be very careful. He was trying to point out that there are Fulani headsmen attacking there. And then there are other people who are also saying what is happening in Obibo is because it's Igbo people, and that is why Wike is doing that. And each time you lie, just to win a certain sentimental battle, you're destroying issues you know nothing about. And this is because you are ignorant. Distorted information. And so those who don't know what is happening are going to sit back there and then condemn a whole generation for something they know nothing about. And so let's look at Obibo as a case study. Who owns Obibo? Who are the owners of Obibo? Who are the indigenous of Obibo? Outside Asa and Ndoke, there is another community. People call it one-man village. Who is this one-man village? This Ikure community in Obibo. I say outside Ndoke and the Asa community. You have area they call one-man village. Who is this one-man village? You don't know. And you don't care. And tomorrow, if Obibo indigenous rise up and start killing other tribes, because we have even Akwa Ibom people as Obibo indigenous. You have Ogoni people claiming to be Obibo indigenous. And so on and so forth. But what do you know about that place? Because there is a war going on already as a result of distorted information. It is tearing us apart more than you can imagine. You take example of Nnamdi Kanu. He lies about everybody. He blackmails everybody. He twists information about everybody. He garnishes this lie with truth. And so you are lost in your wisdom. The man they call one-man village is the first son of Apara. He is the elder brother of Rumudara. He is the elder brother of Rumukurushi. He is the elder brother of the descendant of Apara, from Elilinwa to all of them. He is their elder brother. It is said that he defied his father's bed and was banished from among his brother. He moved on to Obibo, where he settled and formed a village. And then it was said that he set up diabolical means to get his inheritance back from his brother. It was placed on a palm tree. And so as far as that charm was working, he got his own share from his brothers. Nobody knew about this until they got to a stage. And that man died. And when he died, his children neglected the deity because they don't even know much about it. And this led to uncountless death of his descendants. And so year after year, once it is time to harvest palm tree, once the ripe palm kernels start falling, his descendants start dying in their numbers. And when they went out to consult according to their tradition, they discovered that yes, their forefather had agreement with certain deity, and because their gods, according to our culture and tradition, are not being appeased any longer, he is taking his own part of the agreement. And so the descendant of that very man must die. The only thing that will save them is that they should run out of their community. Many of the family were wiped away. The descendant of this Apara son began to die. There was no solution. And so while they were running away from Obibo, for instance, some of them went back to their brothers and told them, this is what we are going through. But meanwhile, they left their property behind for their brothers to keep for them. The Ogonis, the Akwa Iboms, and other tribes that were there. Everybody left their home for these strangers to take care of. Most of them never survived. Most of them never returned. Until one day, they came back their land belongs to another. And then they have a king, a new leader, who was very rugged and started selling all the lands in Obibo. Some people say the government of the day did not see anything. From Wike government to Peter Dele government to Meha government, to mention but a few. And when I ask, why is the government keeping this guy quiet? And that is when the people who know the truth reveal that information to me. And if this were to be true, it's very bad. Now, why am I bringing it out? If there is any problem today, the descendant of our parents who owns some part of Obibo will wake up today and say, all of you who have taken over our land as a result of our predicament, we will descend on you. Let me tell you, Yoruba will not be there, Hausa will not be there, Fulani will not be there, because they do not have share in this distorted information. What are the impression we are creating? Somebody, oh, Ikwere is not Igbo, oh, this one is not Igbo. Now you be the judge, Abi. Distorted information. I read an article written by Yoruba. They say we are the only one that don't know where we come from. It is causing damage. You see the truth, you twist it. And coming back to the audio I was saying, and somebody said, after the attack in Obibo, it looked like it was Fulani. The problem is, if we continue to believe that every attack in Biafra land is the handwork of the Fulani, we are going to use our hand to kill ourselves without knowing it's not Fulani or it is Fulani. Now let me give you two insights on what I mean. Number one, there is no Fulani who is boast, irrespective of the idiot terrorists he might be or the arms and ammunition at their position, that can come into a community they know nothing about and then ransack everybody and walk away freely. If it is that way in your village, it is not that way in my village. But somebody from that village must be their bull's eye. It is somebody who is from that community that brings them in for selfish gain. And the moment you as indigene brings in outsider to ravage your land, and then you begin to tell them, oh, it is the outsider, it is the outsider. My brother, these are samples of distorted information. That is what is killing us. That is what is killing us. Now let's look at it at the other way around. Niger Delta, for instance, is den of cultists. Most of you don't know. More than 55 to 60% of all the youth in Delta State belong to one secret cult or the other. Cultist, proper vampire. Should I begin to talk about Dimbam, Dimwell? Should we talk about Red Brisa, Red Pint, Pussycat, Pirates, Black Scorpion, Black Mamba? Do we begin to mention them? And all these cults are rivalry to each other. Let's go back and look at, for instance, Dimbam and Dimwell. Who controls them? Who are they? It will shock you that it's Niger Delta, Niger Delta. Go and look at them as we speak. Over 40% of our Niger Delta youth and volunteer force are Fulani people, Hausa people. One of the brokers boys are collecting matching ground from indigene. But who sent them? Are they collecting it for themselves? An indigene is using them to undermine his own people. Now, if anything goes wrong, we will come on social media and say, oh, Fulani is killing us. Oh, is Fulani killing us? Oh, it's Fulani. But we are the one that gave Fulani this privilege to come and rubbish us. There is a reason I'm saying this. So, election is coming now. Revelation arising. People are saying their mind. But let me advise you, my brother. This is not the era for you to castigate anybody. This is not the era for you to antagonize anybody. This is not the era for you to shut anybody up. because you will not know the evil you are doing to yourself. Distorted information. Let us look at how it goes. Some person like Romo or Mokere has said something against Peter Obi, and most of us did not check if what he said is right or is wrong, and everybody is calling him Fulani spokesman, Fulani idiot, Fulani criminal, PDP spokesman, arm robber, because he talk about Peter Obi. But I think the last time I checked it is his right. Now he get a mouth, anything he like, he use and talk. Distorted information. And then Alhaji Asare Dokubo said certain things about the same Peter Obi. Most of you are quarreling Peter Obi. I mean Asare Dokubo. How dare you talk to Peter Obi? How dare you talk rubbish? You are voting for Tinubu. But the last time I checked, Asare made us understand he's voting for Tinubu. And so he has said his own. And I think he said in that broadcast, because later they will say, why did you not say it? I'm not telling you Asare is a saint. And then Chief Raphael Wazirike came and told you, I'm voting for Hausa Fulani Yahaya Bello to be precise. And many of us are not happy about it. But he said his own. And then many people are going to come out and condemn and castigate and say rubbish. For God's sake, I don't care how moral you think you are. If you begin to antagonize them because they are saying what they're supposed to say, you are distorting information, and I tell you, you are like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will not allow you to say, but he's the only one saying. How can we become like Nnamdi Kanu even without our knowledge? These things are destroying us. Everybody will answer to what they have done. You see, I follow them on social media. If you call my name, Pem, I give you your history. But if you don't call my name, I leave you out and move on. And when somebody says something that affects all of us, I respond to that person. Because what we are doing is bad. I listened to a broadcast by, what do you call him? Oraka. He was campaigning for Peter Obi. And I want to believe Oraka, some Igbo people never give you money to the campaign for Peter Obi. Because I still have your record where you say Igbo people are criminal, Igbo people are this one. And you have the right to say that. Because Igbo people rubbish you. You have tried to work with IPOB. But of course you saw the fraudulent activity going on there. You pull back. They now said you are Kai Kai man. The same people who use Kai Kai to pour libation in the morning tell you you are a Kai Kai man. You insulted the whole Igbo like Blue Jack. And so it becomes hypocritical when you want to talk something so that everybody will like you. These are some of those things that are bringing about contorted, distorted information about us as a people. We will end up killing all ourselves. You talk lie, you talk lie, you talk lie just to gain relevance on the expense of who? The whole generation. Who is writing our history? Who is keeping our record? Everybody will have to answer their father's name somewhere along the line. You must answer to the atrocity you have committed against our people. Those of you who know Nnamdi Kanu as a criminal, imagine how he is deceiving everybody hypocritically. If you don't know Nnamdi Kanu as a criminal, will you ever believe that idiot can caught a fly? And then you come out and tell her, hey, he's a good man, he's a messiah, he's a Lowa. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are you changing, pulling up false information just to make it look good? Why are we trying to exonerate ourselves from the atrocity we have committed? You may be able to save your head, but then you put the neck of other of your relatives on the gallows. In one forum yesterday, somebody was giving the name of those involved in Igbo coup, and that write-up is coming from Igbo. And the person wrote, these are the people that form the Igbo coup. And after they say it is Igbo people, look at all of them. None of them is Igbo. You begin to mention them. Chukuma, Kaduna, and Zogo. This Igbo man that is writing that Chukwumakadona Nsogo is not an Igbo man. Distorted history, distorted information. That though is instrument to get all of us hooked up in this charade. It is our cross and it is our salvation. We're supposed to bear it, because finally we are on the same platform. And then he wrote Chukwumakadona Nsogo Midwest. And then he moved on. He wrote Ifajuna Midwest. And I responded to them in that forum. Is Ifajuna from Midwest? They say yes. During that time, Ifajuna is from Midwest. And I said, please, so I want to know which of the community from the Midwest did Ifajuna come from during the Midwest era. Till now, they didn't answer me. I don't want to escalate the issue, but I see the power of distorted information. You are lying to justify your criminality. Everybody knows the truth. Because they didn't have the power to tell you that you are lying does not mean you are saying the truth. And for record purposes, if you know where community Ifajuna come from, please let us know. It's a bit confusing to me. Sometimes I think it's from Anambra. Sometimes I think it's from Enugu. It is the same thing applicable to Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu. It is lately I was informed that it's from Anambra. Because most of these new era politicians, pioneers, most of them lived in Enugu. You think they are from Enugu. Somebody like Professor Ben Wabuzi and the rest of them, you think they are from Enugu. Because even though Professor Ben is from Obaru, he spent most of his time in his house in Enugu. And maybe that is their relationship with Enugu during the eras of the Eastern region. But for once, I have never heard that Ifajuna is from Midwest. But this distorted information is to like rub anybody mud. I was very angry about it, but I know the truth already. And then I asked myself, for instance, if Ifajuna now is from Midwest, this Igbo Kub, which people benefit from the Igbo Kub? I think Aguyerosi is from Midwest. You talk all this small lie, you get away with it because you get like, you get thumb up, you get love, and you get I care from Facebook. You don't know the level of damage it's causing. Let us tell our people the truth, and everybody will know where they are wrong, and then we move ahead with what we are doing. There is no politician I have seen so far in Nigeria that will make Nigeria to be fine, because politics in Nigeria will no longer be lucrative. All of them will go bankrupt. They don't want to redeem accountability, and for you to lie to boast their image so that we feel okay, we are one, we got to move on. My brother, you are endangering the next generation. We should not do this to ourselves. We know the level of betrayal, Afonja, due to the rest of Yoruba. We made Kwara to be under the control of the caliphate today. Do you hear Yoruba concocting the story? Why are we doing this to ourselves? How can we survive when we keep telling ourselves lie? One person will go and lie against a whole community. One person will move and lie against a whole community. For what? Pounds and shillings? For what? Naira and Kobo? How can we survive? Many lies are going to come up. We keep telling the lie, we are looking at you. Majority of the people are not even agitating for Biafra again. They are now, oh, P2B, articulation, oh, we are now in support of Okowa, oh, Tinubu Jagaban is the best man. I'm not talking about the core politician. I'm talking about Biafra agitators. And then I'm beginning to wonder, I be some of them don't collect money, because the zeal you are putting into politics, this is not the way to get involved in Nigerian politics within the context of Biafra. If if you have not collect money, I will tell you, my brother, you are losing your way. You are losing your way. With all the support Goodluck Ebele Jonathan got from Igbo people, he couldn't even repair his own community, not to talk of Igbo land. And if Goodluck supposedly Niger Delta cannot influence Niger Delta with any single positive how do I put it? Is it Anambra or Enugu is going to develop? Or is it P2B, the very what do you call it? The rats they want to roast, they have rubbed petrol all over. Is it that we make it? But am I telling you not to vote for him? Vote for him. I'm specifically talking to agitators. The Bible says, do not concern yourself with civilian master as a Christian. Don't get yourself entangled in the things of the world. He didn't say don't get involved. He didn't say do not spectate. He said don't carry it in your head. You cannot flow with them. You may be in the world, but you are not of the world. Yes, we want these politics to be there, but you are losing your head. I'm talking to agitators. Oh, it's a P2B, and then I will say no, I don't like P2B. You now say shut up, you are Fulani. You are sounding like Nnamdi Kanu already, and you can't see it. Is it not freedom of speech? Let everybody talk his own. You just like those people when I talk of Nnamdi Kanu, say I live in Nnamdi Kanu, live in Nnamdi Kanu, and when I know Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal, they say live in Nnamdi Kanu, you be idiot. If you are agitating for Biafra and you are fighting for any of these candidates, you are worse than Nnamdi Kanu and Boko Haram. You know they get them. The only thing you should do now is go to the grassroots. Pick up novice in Nigerian corrupt political strategies and then put your weight behind them. The same motor, different driver. Would that deceive you? And I ask again, how can Biafrans survive when our foundation is built with false impression, distorted information? You think you know it all? No, you think you know it all? My brother, delete. If you have aimed your mind to die for any Nigerian politician which you did not raise up, I understand in the de facto customary government, for instance, we have people who are vying to contest in one office or the other. I'm not hear any of you trying to project these people. You are telling me Peter Obi or Atiku. You are telling me about Jagaban. And as a freedom fighter, a human activist, you want me to think you are serious? My brother, move back. If you don't collect money, tell us. We shall call result. Oh, do not be like that. Same way. How long are we going to be deceiving our people? Everywhere P2B, everywhere Atiku, everywhere Tinubu. Have we lost our mind? Have we lost our senses? And then, as much as I'm not against any of them, what we want is Biafra. Until they come out and begin to speak for Biafra the same way you are speaking for them, I will not take any of you serious. Ihe kimeta ni ya mekili na ehwa, ihe kimekili ya meta ni na ehwa. We look at manipulation of our history by for selfish purpose. It causes, we can't survive when history is being manipulated. We cannot survive. And who are the people responsible? You manipulate history. And who are the people doing that? When the colonial master invade Africa, for instance Nigeria, they go to important cities and change the name. We never complain, because peradventure our forefathers didn't know the implication of that attitude. They went to Enugu and changed the name. It's okay, it is still called Enugu, but is it spelled as Enugu? But I know it doesn't mean it can be typographic error. Why do we not make typographic error when we spell America? Why do we not make typographic error when we spell Italy, France? Why don't we make typographic error? Why did they not make typographic error when they are calling names like, is it Sakophilia Falavaki? Rubbish. And your Google don't even make mistake. Why do they pronounce this country former Sekulufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufukufuku. That is spelling, and he say Google don't cannot spell, and you cannot see that the name of every living thing, the power radar of every living thing is tied to their name. They manipulate everything. When we talk about liberation, we are enslaved almost in every area, physically and spiritually. It's not going to be an easy job. But let's start from somewhere. We just scatter the seed. We just scatter the information. We just scatter the knowledge. Some they fall on the rock. Some they fall on the fertile ground. Some they fall on the grass. Some they fall different area. But there will be survival in the end. They deliberately sit, manipulate the whole process. And you cannot see that in the midst of this manipulation of history, we are not going anywhere. We leave them and thought it doesn't matter. It matters. For instance, I'm from Abo. And then every Abo child know that you cannot write Abo without putting Boji Boji. Boji Boji Abo. Boji Boji Owa. Boji Boji Abo. Boji Boji Owa. And then one day, I asked my mother, what is the meaning of Boji Boji? I can't figure out what it means in our dialect. And she smiled and said, Boji Boji is not Abo dialect. Boji Boji is English language. And it is not Boji Boji. It is Boogie Boogie. And so our forefathers could not pronounce Boogie Boogie very well. So they call it Boji Boji. And I come to think about it. What is Boogie Boogie? Boogie Boogie simply mean a forest where dangerous criminals hide. So I am from a forest where dangerous criminals hide. When I go to America, they say, where do you come from? I say, I'm from Boogie Boogie Agbo. They just shoot back a little bit and conquer their gun. Well, this is one dangerous criminal from a dangerous forest. Manipulated history. They gave us that name so that other terrorists in the name of colonialism can be able to identify that Abo is a no-go area. And it was said when the colonial master, having left Port Harcourt down to Abia, cross all the way to Anambra, and when they enter Midwestern state as they call it, they were confronted. Ovaromi Obaisi and his men, the Obi Ikechukwu, Obi Marere and the rest, they confronted these colonial terrorists tooth and nail. They cannot survive it. To cross Benga State to Lagos, it was a hell. They lose their life, they lose their property because of the resistance. So what did the Igbo do? Igbo now mount soundboard every location in Abo, telling them boogie boogie, boogie boogie, sending signal to other terrorist colonial masters who are coming. So the moment they see the soundboard boogie boogie, it doesn't imply this is a dangerous forest or this is a forest where dangerous criminals hide. Go and check your dictionary and boogie boogie, and then we are still jumping up and down boogie boogie. How many Abo people know that today? And because you are ignorant of what boogie boogie means, that you are a criminal, a very dangerous criminal living inside one forest, and who told them it's forest? Why would they leave their heaven and come to our forest? But they have tagged us. How can we survive? How can we be accepted? How can we be appreciated? How can we be welcomed by somebody who have tagged us criminal for coming to rob us? Distorted information. We cannot survive if we let it go on like that. But the amazing thing is that we are still doing that to ourselves today. When we say we want to restore Biafra, we need to develop human capacity. We need to develop our mind and get ready for what is to come. We must be tried. We must be processed. It's not going to be easy. But you see, we will come of age. And then we will know the secret of why we have been down for so long. Look at the Testament to the issue that we know nothing about. All these are distorted history. People telling us things that we don't know anything about. They forge it. They push it aside. And it's destroying us. Just come out and look at it. Somebody will wake up and lie. Yes, we are dreaming, and God told us that He has chosen Nnamdi Kanu to give us Biafra. And you believe. You believe. And I ask a simple question: how can a nation survive? How can the people of Biafra survive with all this distorted information? It's almost impossible. Let us stop telling our people lie. Let us stop lying to cover up someone's activity. And then some are busy hoarding true information of one existence for interior purposes. Some are hiding the true information from the people because of their personal gain. Now let me tell you how it works. We may get somewhere along the line. All these three presidential aspirants will go to meeting in the backyard. They won't tell you. And they will say, for instance, Peter Obi, you cannot be the president of Nigeria. Let us see what will happen after the tenure of our nominated or chosen candidates. And then, for instance, they say it is Tinubu. And Peter Obi will want to stand up and said, let's go to the ballot box and then dig it out. Let the people decide. And then they will tell him, Mr. Man, cool down. You are not going to any ballot box. Even though you go there, we will rig you. But we know what is at stake. Tell us how much you have spent for campaign. Tell us how much you have spent in the whole process. And then we will pay you times 10. All you need to do is you need to decamp, fall back, then let your people vote for so person, just to create false impression. He's not going to tell you. He's going to team up with another person, and then they pay him his money. As if I can come and converse with 1 million naira, and at the end of the day, to leave the office, they are willing to give me 20 million naira, which is over 100% increase. Why will I go there and that? I take 100 million that I cannot be indicted. I take my 100 million naira that EFCC, FCC, ICPC, all of them cannot begin to chase me over the money. And then I go inside. It's just a business. And some of you may go into die. Some of you may go into the rubbish. This is selection, we know. But of course, you must get involved in the selection or election. But our approach with information at our disposal is very important. Those of you who hate any presidential aspirant, you know they are criminal. Tell us, say it. Don't let anybody shut you down. The same thing IPONC is doing. They say, shut up, you are a saboteur. Yeah. Now I'm a saboteur now. What else? What will you call me? But nobody will be allowed to sell the next generation. After this, our time. Let us tell our people the truth. Because we cannot survive under this false impression we are putting everywhere. We cannot survive it. We cannot. It has started again. Whatever will happen from now to that election has a very unique role to play in our life. I'm very sure most people don't even understand where I'm coming from or where I'm going to. But this is a call for caution. Caution yourself. Caution yourself, because one way or the other, the truth will prevail. Caution yourself. We cannot survive when we begin to lie to our people. Eventually, we're lying to ourselves. To be able to start this journey all over again, if we must survive, we must learn to tell ourselves the truth. Tell yourself the truth. Oh boy, I fuck up. Oh boy, I fuck up. And they say, how you take fuck up? And then you see that your fuck up no even be fuck up. It's just normal. Are we ready to do that? You still want to struggle to present your lie that is true? China Sanwo-Olu, the killer, the one in diaspora telling you to kill yourself inside Biafra land. He was writing against Rabbi Charles, another idiot of emperor emissary. I said they were fighting to destroy the DOS. And now they could not destroy the DOS. They are now trying to be part of the DOS. Oh no, they are, yes, they are evil. We are winning. Why are you creating false impression? All of you are criminal, and everybody will know. It's just a matter of time. But the emperor Nnamdi Kanu ordained the emperor emissary. All of you are happy, Rabbi Charles, you have what you can do. Yes, you know what you can do. We can sink Europe in 1 hour. Yes, we can bomb Nigeria 2 hours. All set here now. How can we survive with liars like this? Now you don't hear Ego Josiobodo 1, Ego Josiobodo 2. What you are hearing now is mega fundraising for our ESM. That strategy will soon expire. And in 5 months, Simeon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu recruit of changing of narrative, is going to collect 2.6 billion naira from some of the Mughals to give you Biafra 5 months from now. If that is what you want to hear, we cannot survive. You will be deceived. Go and find out how many people Nnamdi Kanu deceive with his own era of Eluhua told him. Take the blame when necessary. Take the blame when necessary. If you are wrong, you are wrong. Don't try to cover it. So they say, because every attempt you make to cover your atrocity, you are wrong. It is going to, you are only going to end up pulling up false information, distorted information, to the detriment of our people. So take the blame when necessary. If we must survive, let us be ready to take a fall if need be. If indeed we can survive under this atmosphere of distorted information, let us be ready also to take a fall when necessary. And then you begin to see the picture when Paul said, I became all things to all men, that Christ may be one. We are lying to ourselves too much. That is why you go to a native doctor, he will give you juju. You say you are known government and ESL. They give you small juju. They say Odieshi, on a sisi kwaketa o, and then you come out and do Odieshi, ndi abage tatata. And when you are dying, what do they do? Yeah, don't worry, you are formidable, you are a hero, die on hero, we are coming to meet you. Are being destroyed because of distorted information. They told you we will fight for Biafra. Biafra will become, you will be rewarded, you will be compensated. If I fight for Biafra to be rewarded, if I am fighting for Biafra to be compensated, if I am fighting for Biafra to be recognized, and then I am working for Biafra, I'm not fighting for Biafra, no sacrifice there. But you don't know the truth, you will jump in. You wake up, your cousin, Urebo are criminal, Igbos are useless, Agbo people are rubbish, Akwa Ibom is hopeless. Just to be able to get one cheap point. But on whose expense? On whose expense? This thing is getting deeper. On two phases now, and we are neglecting it. Some people are dying, trying very hard to tell you that the activities going on, criminal activity going on in the southeast now, that is Fulani headsmen. But do I tell you they are not doing their own? They are. But they are our people. Now the Kano, China, Sanworu, Simeonepa, Ada Highway, Godomi, Godo, Agadami, Gada, they are the people. Ishiano Yakwa Chapenya. And so when you can say, oh, IBF is not a terrorist, oh, IBF is not, and you did not condemn the killing of your people, you can imagine. Lying, it destroys even when you will not know. One primitive told you one time that he was kidnapped by Fulani headsmen. He even know their age. He even know the ones that come from Futajalon and Niger Republic. Why are we doing this to ourselves? America know who is American that is a criminal, but they know how they manage their issue. When you know the true problem we are facing, it will enable you to fight and come out victoriously. Because by the time you have armed yourself with every necessary tools and equipment to defeat that which plagues you, only for you at that point of vanquishing all your enemies and foe, you discover that it's one of your own brother. Not only will it disarm you, that knowledge, it will demoralize you. And that moment, you will lose woefully. And then I ask a simple question. With the level of distorted information we are dishing out to our people, can we truly survive as a people? Let us be guided. Nobody is directly feeling the hate at the moment. That is because the atrocity that is being dished out in the atmosphere is getting down on all of us one after the other. And one way or the other in the nearest future, other tribes and nations who do not buy our idea would use it against us. So what you like to do? It boils down to like the statement or the post Matthew Chuka from a phone made. Should it be this evening? About Pastor Dimeji. I'm not his fan. And if what we're seeing is true, but I don't hate him. Bishop Dimeji, he said his lion himself is liquid metal. But I'm happy for him because his fan love him. His fan love him. So if he say Yahoo Yahoo, his fan love his Yahoo Yahoo. And then they said he built a house and block a waterways. That should not be the problem or the fault of Odumeje now. The governors of Anambra State should be ashamed of themselves, because we used to have town planners in those days as a child. Do we still have town planners? All we have now is Abudu. Give us building permit, site permit, fencing permit, gutter permit, borehole permit. Is that not what you people are doing? Do you care whether they are building on the wrong place? Do you care? You will even go and buy the land that belongs to government and you go and register it with government. Government will give you the deed of conveyance and give you C of O on top. The same government will come tomorrow and demolish your house and kill you. What goes around comes around. So where were all the Anambra intelligent when Odumeje build house on a waterway? Are you telling me that guy don't have deed of conveyance? Are you telling me that guy don't have C of O? Did Willie Obiano not see it? Now you blame me. It's good for them. How can they be blocking waterway? What of you that sold it? Don't you think we should demolish your house? This is how the truth goes. Oh. And then they send some people to go and demolish the house. They start messing up Odumeje. Now which Christians are doing like Muslims. By now all of you, bomb would have visited all of you and your head cut off. You are slapping him, mesmerizing him. How wish you did all these things to unknown gunmen? And Benjamin Madubugu is there, still living large in Anambra, killing Anambra people, beheading all of you, raping the one they can rape. These are distorted information. It doesn't matter what you say. You stop it. We have the capacity to stop it. This issue can be settled without victimizing your brother. This issue can be settled without... Have you seen Yoruba doing that thing? These are distorted information, false impression. It is too wide. I cannot cover it all. But let us watch what we are doing. Let us watch what we are saying. Let us watch our actions. It may not affect us or have any negative impact on us at the moment. But this will be some of the things the next generation will have to suffer for. I bring this broadcast to an end at this moment. And I'm humbly telling you as a people of Biafra, stop telling lies. What you don't know, shut up. And what you think it is wrong, confront it. And when you are wrong, accept you are wrong. And if necessary, take the blame. But let everybody know the truth. Because only this truth will set us free. This salvation from this threatening danger, nobody can save us. Only we can save ourselves. Meanwhile, agitators start fighting for politics. They will give you money, or if they have given you, give us, we need money, give us at all. But you see, will not be part of that criminality. Nigeria need to be dismembered. And if you know we need our people in the politics to get home, you should understand the breed you should engage in these issues. And we will rejoice over nothing. The lines are open. It's a WhatsApp line. N 090-380-57131. 090-380-57131. A WhatsApp line. Of course, if you're calling from diaspora, you add the code +234. Follow us on Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio. Biafra Nation Alliance administrators are out there. The de facto customary government administrators are out there. Most of the time they come on air to give out their ID. Try and contact them, because here we are not going to tell you we are going to see Bruce Fine, we are going to see Michael Jackson, we are going to see Tony Blair. No, we're not going to tell you that. We're going to do what we know it is necessary. IPOB now is telling you Bruce Fine should not get involved in what is happening in IPOB structure. Bruce Fine, get out of IPOB structure. Bruce Fine. And maybe now they kind of want to mess up Bruce Fine, and you don't know. May God help all of us. I'm joined by one of us at this moment. Agunwan, can you hear me, please? And of course, the Zoo Network. Can you hear me, Agunwan? And of course, as always, Zoo Network. Can you hear me now? Hello.
I can hear you, Sam.
Yes.
I hear you now.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir, from here.
Good evening, and go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Thank you, sir. Because of some situations behind my that is weighing me down, but thank God that I'm here today. I'm here to thank you for the good work you have been doing. You are really the lion heart of Biafra land. I thank you for all your doggedness and the good work you are doing. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. I greet all our leaders that have been doing it, and they are making it as a point of duty for us to still be here today. I really don't have much to say. I just want to really appreciate you for the good work you are doing. It has not been easy, but we go nowhere. We must continue. We must continue to talk, no matter what is happening. All the things you said, there's no need of repeating it again. I just have only a few things to chip in. The first thing I have to say is this. I am not a politician and I'm not willing to be, but at least I see people that play the politics. My advice is that if those that want to be in the politics, let them play it well and do it the righteous way. Let them not do it with propaganda, and let it not just be a social media of a thing. Let it reach home so that people will know that yes, something is happening on the ground. Because all the market women and the other poor masses that didn't have access to social media, they may not know that anything is happening. And one other thing I want to really say is this. When time comes, please, all our brothers and sisters that were in abroad, that are making this movement to go very viral and for all people to know about it, they should please try and endeavor to come home when time reaches, so that that thing that clamoring on the air, they will come and do it on ground. They must come and cast their votes, unless if there is online electronic voting, that they can stay for wherever they are and vote. Otherwise, campaigning and making all manner of noise on social media will not take that person to anywhere, because if you didn't come to vote, the vote will not count. The social media will not vote for that person because they are not going to cast the vote on air. Let all of them come home, and that thing they preach, let them come and practice it on ground. And another advice I have to give is this. Since our brother is making movement, obedient people, and they want to work with youth in order to change the handwriting on the wall of the old ones, it's fine and good, but one thing I want to plead with him and advise him is this. All those youths that are all over the social media supporting him, is it not good if our own youth to follow? Because majority of our own youths are in the bush, eating wild fruit and mkpurumiri. And the way they are killing our own youth every day, the things I see on social media always breaks my heart, and I'm always shedding tears for that. Because all these boys, all these young men that are being slaughtered every day, all of them are born by women. And because of wrong information, just like as you said, that was given to them, they are inside the bush dying, thinking that they are fighting the just cause, without knowing that the person they are fighting for or they are representing has already sold the struggle time immemorial, and is now in Kuje hotel, in a DSS hotel, enjoying himself, and he came back now to say his status should be calm, in letting there be peace, they should stop killing. How are they going to stop if the guns you gave to them waiting to hear him telling them that they to come out of the bush, that is no more fighting for Biafra. Let them come out from the bush and make use of their senses. So I would have advised and do something and bring all those youths out of the bush and rehabilitate their brain and reset their brains, because all their brains have been taken away from them. And I find no reason why. Let me not just even go there. That one is his own opinion, as he said, that everybody has their own opinion to say. I find no reason why he should say that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. Who is the owner of ESN? Doesn't he know the meaning of ESN? ESN, what are they doing? Are they not the people in the bush? Have he not heard about the lawmakers and the ex-lawmakers beheaded in his own home state? Have he not heard about all the people wasted their lives? And so also the truth wasting the lives of our youth. If peradventure anything happens, who are going to speak for us? Who are going to stand for us? Who are going to defend the land for us? Things are missing. There are certain things that are being missed. There are many concussion and many misleading informations, just as you said. Those that are outside may not know what those are the ground are seeing and hearing. They themselves only base their own contributions and their own statements based on what they see on social media, or maybe what they were told. And I'm very much sure that those that may be telling them are telling them the right stories. Like as you said, let us allow democracy to thrive in our land. We were so much angry when people could not allow anybody to exercise their freedom. Immediately when you disagree with their own opinion, you are not an evil person. No, we disagree to agree. Let us learn how to debate constructively. Let us know how to talk matter. And let us not be allowing ourselves to be deceived by the mere things we see on social media. There are other hidden things bigger than that. Let us start making use of our discerning spirit. Before anything happens, allow the Spirit of God to tell you the right way to follow. Let us not just be because of what we see or what we hear, them say, or is this, is that. This is our technological era. This is a digital period. Anything can happen. Anybody can manipulate whatever thing you want to manipulate on social media, so far you know how to do it. I think it is better our people to really say that onye si n'ihe na-atọ ụtọ yekwu ihe ọ na-atọ ka ya, and akụrụ ụlọ amata onye kpara ya. So it will be very much nice that we will do the right thing at the right time. We are here to agitate for our fatherland. We are to restore our fatherland. And I don't think that anybody is talking about the restoration again. All the things I and here on social media is quite a different thing. And I find no reason why the people that are fighting this good fight will start talking like the people of Ekerima, because they are the only people that insult people on social media. When you get another opinion different from their own, they'll start raining insult on yourself. And they are now doing exactly the same thing. Even if I have my right not to support any of the candidates, I have my right to pick anybody and support. It's left for the three elected presidential candidates. It's left for them to come and get people convinced and bring out the evidences that will make people to know, yes, they are the best. Not only what you say. I believe what you do, not what you say. Because when you say something and do a different thing, that one is a different ball game altogether. So I don't want us to continue to be deceived again, because this is how Perima himself started it. All of us, we are ready to die because of him, for what he used his mouth to say. He told us how he went to EU. He told us how he went to UN. He told us many things, and how much he used to pay for lobby. All at the end to find out that all these things are vanity of vanity, that there was no truth among all the things he said. And we are still suffering from that pain till today. Let us not use our hands now to destroy the good work that has been started, because the kind of comment and the kind of write-up some people are even writing, they didn't know that they are even endangering the project the young man is trying to get at. Because when you start showcasing all those kind of attitude of IPOB people, it doesn't mean that like there's a write-up I saw on social media was like, is this thing real or not? They are saying that P2B is IPOB is P2B. Why did they say so? It's because of comments and because of what people wrote and posted. I think they are getting it too far. It would be good then I even see where the man in question is telling them to calm down and follow it the right way. But the way they are going it will even endanger the process of the things that is aspiring to get. Let us stop deceiving ourselves and do things right. So let him try, please, and get all our youth out of the bush. Let them come out of bush and come to the township or come to the street, because they themselves will still be good to vote. Let them come out and let them be educated, so that their own vote will still count. But when they are in the bush, thinking that they are fighting for their nation, why they are not fighting for anything? Because the struggle has been sold by the person that started it, and they are there dying every day. I saw the video where they shot these two young men, scattered their legs, and they are asking them whether on a Shinan they were shouting, yes, Oshigonan, on a Shinan. All these things are caricatures to our being. They have dented the image of our people. This is not what we are known for. Please, let those that are at the forefront to help us and put things right. My heart is heavy because of the things that is happening. I'm witnessing it and I'm seeing it. Not just what they are shouting on social media. Let people please help us and do things right. Let us get it right this time around and stop insulting ourselves. Stop castigating anybody that did not agree with your own opinion. Say your own, let every other person say their own. At the end, just a mile. Let that person that have let him that cap fit, let him wear it. Let us not start fighting the battle before the time. The real time for campaign have not even started. I saw when INEC people called him to order to tell his people to calm down, that the real campaign have not started. The other people, they will still come up with their own strategy. Let us not paint anybody black while the person is white. Let us calm down and follow it judiciously. Follow the evidences and the right voting to be done. Anybody that is able to convince people and get people vote to his own side, the people will follow the person. Anybody can lead. Anybody becomes the president, let the person be. So far the person will do the bidding of the people that put him in that place. Enough of all this castigating and insulting one another. Let everybody say their own mind, for Christ's sake. Biokpa, I don't have much to say tonight. I just want to cheer you up and thank you and appreciate you for the good work you are doing. It has been a while I have not been on the air because of one reason or the other, but it's well. We must continue. We continue to be preaching the gospel. Those that have not heard, they will definitely hear. And I know my conviction is that at the end, our nation will be restored and we will be happy that it is done. Thank you, Biokpa. Good night from here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And of course, that is the voice of Agowani. The truth cannot be emphasized. You may not understand what we are trying to tell you. You are only gathering problem. You are only accumulating confusion. Somewhere along the line, somebody will have to pay for it. I believe in the freedom of speech. And this is one thing we have got against, that this right cannot be from us. I believe in anybody saying what they want to say. But what is important at the end of the day is let the ultimate truth prevail. Let the truth prevail. Just watch the lines of our politicians. None of them has come out to condemn the criminal activities going on in our land. But because somewhere along the line they want people to vote for them, who they don't even care for in the end. They give support to terrorists, distorting the information, telling lies to the detriment of all our people. And you see, it's uncalled for. Nigeria is what it is, and only by exposing the evil and disassociating yourself from its characteristics remain the only option, the only hope, or else let's be deceiving ourselves. It's amazing, this election we are talking about, any Nigerian have the capacity to stop it. Any Nigeria have the capacity to stop it. You just blow one bomb in one police center, everybody also. But is that how it is in other country? And then most of you now, some of these politicians are giving you gum. Be formidable. Now go there, cause havoc, snatch this one, do that one. On whose expense, for God's sake? And of course, I'm joined by my daddy in the Lord. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, good evening, sir, and welcome to the program. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, my brother. My reverend and my brother. Of course, both of them hand in hand. It's all about working for the good of the people. And I want to thank you for always standing there for us and all the things that you have done or you are doing for Biafrans. Your broadcast is second to none. I always appreciate everything, the way you bring the message together. If somebody have ears, they should hear what the Holy Spirit is saying. That's what the scripture says. We are here for Biafra, and I want to say good afternoon from here to all Biafrans and all lovers of freedom. Because even as much as I want Biafra, I want every nation to stand. The good thing that we all have to do for ourselves is to tell ourselves the truth. Talk about your nation. Let's share about Nigeria. It's not working. Everybody is seeing it clearly. It is not the fault of the Yorubas. It's not the fault of the Fulani or the Hausas or the Benuans and everybody. It's not anybody's fault. It was a problem that was set up. We were all entrapped in that. And up to tomorrow, we are not telling ourselves the truth. We don't want to disengage and then come back again. Because just that we disengage from this marriage does not mean that we have to be enemies. After all, it's America and British, not friends today, that even America respects the British policies. So I will say good afternoon from here to all of you, the ones, the outsiders, whoever is listening, that want freedom. By the way, I want to thank Agawai for showing up today. It's been a while, and I know challenges over there. It's quite understandable, but we encourage you to come on every time you have time, because most of the things you're saying here makes a lot of sense. That said, my Reverend, it's obvious that I'm looking at the whole thing. Sometimes I don't know what to make of our people. But But it's obvious that our people are yet to understand what is going on. Our people are yet to get the knowledge they need in order for them to stop dying. Because the reason they are dying is because of lack of knowledge. We have been deceived over years. Every group will come out, and before you know it, they become lords and overlords. And we are still, the unfortunate part of it is that all of us are still in the mess. All these people that think they have done so well in the freedom, we started it, we did this, we did that, we are still a slave in your own land. Any day, they want you, they'll pick you up. The only way you can survive is by playing by what the scripts they give you to play. You cannot say you're free. You're never free. Okay, because if you cannot take a walk around your home without security, without a military or army, then you're not free. You're still not free. Today in our land, it's in the custom that anybody that is, quote unquote, doing well cannot freely move around. They will need escort to ride them around. They need security to guide them. And I don't know what kind of enjoyment is that. The government of Nigeria has refused to provide security. Everybody is now seeing it clearly. And we know that in every reasonable life, I always like to refer to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Even before Maslow's, our progenitors postulated the same thing. And Maslow said there's this hierarchy of needs. First of all, physiologic needs, which means that you are alive, you are breathing. After physiologic needs, the next need is safety, according to the hierarchy. It doesn't matter how you want to manipulate it. If you go and jump and your next need is money, if your next need is a wife, if your next need is building properties all over, one day the issue of security will play out. Because if it's a wife is your priority or woman is your priority, your enemy can come and rape your wife or girlfriend in front of you. What a horror will that situation be? If you prefer to be building houses everywhere, one day the enemy will come and push you out of your house and occupy your house. And even kill you. And this is in line with what our progenitors said about the Nana Zotasiana, a lot of us are got. You must secure your land before the mat to lay on it. That's all it means. Nana Zotasiana, so I go to Zobute. We start fighting about mat or bed to put on the. You don't have the ground. You don't have the land. Where are you going to put your mat or your bed? Simple common sense. And this is why we have chosen the path that we have chosen to continue to work on these issues. For us to first of all take control of our land. Then we can begin the other part of it. That's what we are calling for. Because the last time I checked, we are not owners of our land. Anything is happening. I know For some of you, you may be arguing it and saying that we are here right now. You are right. But remember, just like the issue of Odubeji, that they were slapping. I mean, they have destroyed. I'm not his fan, by the way. But you have gone to do what you're supposed to do. If his house is on the, drainage route, do what you have to do. You don't have to slap him. Have to beat him up to show that you are too powerful. It doesn't make any sense. And I hope that the law will take its course. You're just maybe a civil defense or whatever. You went there to start slapping him and everything. That's not what we are talking. For the people that are following him, it's up to them that follow him. Just like you say, my reverend, can you believe if this is Duncan Amen in the north? But it's part of the problem. And all our people can use it. I mean, what did he gain from that? You come to destroy the property, do what you're supposed to do. The order has been given, warnings have been given. Okay, so this is the issue. It doesn't matter your status in that society. Anything can happen to you any moment because we are not the owners of the land. And a lot of you may dispute what I'm saying. According to my reverend, you say everybody have the right to say what they want to say. But that's where I disagree, my brother. And I want to let you know that everybody does not have the right to say what they're saying. If you are saying truth, that's a different thing. If what you are saying is based on fact, just like you started this program on time, you mentioned that there are a lot of false information. Yes. So when people are saying these things, you shouldn't be disseminating false information.
Sorry, let me throw more light there. When I say everybody have the right to say what they want to say, this is because the liars will never stop lying. The deceivers will never stop deceiving. You cannot control them. You don't have a say. And then those who know the truth must continue saying the truth. And now in the midst of those who know the truth, some are confused. They are the ones I am talking to. For instance, I say Jumbo is lying. And Jumbo have not lied to you. Does not mean that he didn't lie to me. So you tell me Jumbo did not lie because he has not lied to you. And then allow me to tell you that Jumbo have lied to me because he's a liar. Those people's fate has been decided already. They do not have the capacity to say the truth. And in that instance, I am talking to the people who are supposed to be moral, who are supposed to know the truth, who we believe are saying the truth. Let them dish out this truth from their own perspective. That is what I actually meant.